Am I the a-hole for getting my daughter an entire hotel room by herself and letting her stepsisters have to share a room? My dad passed away 2 weeks ago. Me and my wife Candace and my daughter Shiloh and her stepsisters flew to my hometown to attend the funeral. After that, we got 2 hotel rooms, one for me and Candace and one for the girls. While I was in the room, I got a call from Shiloh at 11 p.m. crying and sounded like she was arguing with her stepsisters. I asked what the matter was, and she told me that her stepsisters insisted that she slept on the floor. There were one large bed in the room, and there was enough room for all 3 girls to sleep on. I asked why, and she said she didn't know. I went to see what the issue was and talked with my stepdaughters about it. They kept talking, but didn't really explain why they told her to sleep on the floor. They just shrugged and said, "It's better this way. We're more comfortable this way." I told Shiloh to grab her things, and when one of my stepdaughters asked where we were going, I told her I was booking her a hotel room by herself. Both looked upset, didn't say anything, but they must have called their mom because she was awake when I got back and started arguing with me about giving Shiloh an entire hotel room for herself. Well, I explained why I did it, but she said I wasted money and that Shiloh could have sucked it up for one night on the floor. What? I called her unreasonable for saying this, but she told me I showed the girls that I'm playing favorites and made my stepdaughter share a room, while I gave my daughter an entire room to herself. Well, we went home and Candace is still bringing it up, saying I mishandled the situation. She even pointed out how my stepdaughters are upset since they're not speaking to me. ETA, it was Candace who got a room for the 3 girls and not to stir any drama and save money. She was in charge of hotel reservations since I was emotionally distressed. Also, Candace did not expect Shiloh to sleep on the floor. She wanted all 3 girls to share the bed. Alright, I found the top comment. Here it is. What I'm getting from this is that your stepdaughters were trying to live up to the Disney depiction of stepsisters, and were shocked when they couldn't just bully her into getting what they wanted. What's extra gross is that they did it when coming back from Shiloh's grandparents' funeral. Talk about cruel. You're definitely not the a-hole, but also WTF is wrong with Candace. If she sees this as playing favorites, her daughters tried to make you sleep on the floor for fun. Sounds like the apples don't fall far from the tree now, does it? Have you pointed out your daughter is also upset because of the situation and she's playing favorites? Guys, I think that was an amazing comment, and I have to agree. What is Candace thinking? Story number 2. Girlfriend wanted an open relationship, so I broke up with her. Now she wants to get back together. I'm 23 male, was dating my ex up until a month ago. We were together for 4 years before that, so before we broke up, she was acting distant for a good month. Then, as of last month, sat me down and asked for an open relationship. The minute those words came out of her mouth, I broke up with her. I came into this relationship expecting a monogamous relationship, and now she wanted to change the relationship completely. I only want to be with one person. If we couldn't agree on that, then we saw no future. With the way she was acting before this, I can't trust her. And even if she wasn't acting shady, I wouldn't be able to trust her anyways for just suggesting it. Those are some of the reasons I've decided to break up with her. On that moment, even though it might seem harsh, in my opinion, if someone wants a relationship like that, the relationship should start like that from the get-go to be healthy, not just dump on your partner after years of monogamy. Now, I've been getting texts and voicemails from her crying to take her back, and that she didn't really mean it. I don't know, guys. I'm just not really sure what to think. Some people have been telling me that I acted too rash and didn't even give us time to work it out, and that it was a cruel joke to me to do that. Is this something I acted too quick with or not? Please, guys, drop a little help down in the comment section. What's up, guys? Mr. Edito here. So, there is a complete update for this story just 2 days after it was released. It was actually released on New Year Day. So I hope you guys are enjoying today's stories. If you are, subscribe to the channel because Mr. Reddito's here daily. And let's jump into this update. Hey guys, I thought I would give an update since people DM'd me to post one when I can. I didn't expect this update this soon though. After posting an expression to some people that I had a suspicion she was cheating on me, I just couldn't get the nagging feeling out of my head. I didn't want to know at first, but decided to do some digging. Ask mutual friends what X had been up to that month she was acting oh so shady. I didn't expect one of her closest friends to spill the beans. Oh, but she did. My suspicions were correct, guys. She'd been cheating on me with a mutual friend's cousin. I decided to message the guy on Facebook. When I messaged him, he wanted to meet in person, so I met him at the local pub. When I got there, he deeply apologized and explained everything word for word. How he didn't know she was in a relationship, and that the day she called me wanting me back is the day he found out and broke it off completely. I can't fault the guy, he seemed genuine and really apologetic. On the plus side, I drank for free the entire time. He seems like a great guy, especially considering how he broke it off right away once he found out it was all a lie. He's a handsome and great guy. I don't know, maybe I'll hook up with him to rub it in my ex's face. But at least I have a bit of closure now. I've blocked my ex on everything, and I'm gathering her stuff that she's left here to mail it to her and she doesn't come a-knocking. It's taking a lot of power not to leave a note in the box along the lines of, "Mark seems nice. Huh, too bad you lost him too." Sorry if some of this makes no sense. I'm typing this on my phone and my fat thumbs are doing me no favors. I'm just glad I could vent and get advice from you beautiful people here. Thank you so much. Well, here's kind of a positive outlook comment, and I think it is reassuring. I kinda love this situation. Usually, the person unhappily agrees to the open relationship and suffers through it for a while, or ends up finding someone else when forced to go outside of the relationship. This guy knew himself enough to just straight up say no and dump her upon hearing said proposal. Guys, I think that's a good point. It must have took a lot out of him to just be that strong and upfront and say, hey, we're not doing this, and I don't care what you have to say. This is not how we started the relationship, so this is how it's going to end. Let me know your opinions. Drop it down below in the comment section if you've ever gone through something similar. And let me hear about it. The final story of the day is titled, OP asks of if he's the a-hole for skipping the New Year celebration at his child-free sister's place. Last week, I hosted a Christmas for my family. I'm 33 male, have a 2 years with my wife. Every year, it's at my sister's, parents, or my house, and it rotates every year. One of us hosts Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. In the last year, my sister, who is vocally child-free, got a dog. I love my sister, but we're very much of the opposites. When I had my kid, it changed our relationship a bit. She tolerates, her words, my son. She's never watched him. I've also never asked. My son is present at all the family functions, and this seriously annoys my sister. My sister has turned into your classic dog mom. The world just revolves around this dog type. I don't own dogs, and really don't want to be around them, to be honest. I don't want them in my house. Well, my sister wants to bring her dog to Christmas, and I said no. It's well-trained and overall okay for a dog. I just didn't want it in my house or even in my backyard. She complied and left it alone, but was not happy about it and let me know that several times. The day before New Year's Eve, she told me kids weren't welcome at her house. I was taken aback by this and asked why. She just said alcohol would be present. Yeah, we all drink, and family friends also come to this party. And just said it would not be appropriate for a 2-year-old to be present and witnessing adult drinks. My wife and I had planned to only stay till 10 o'clock anyways, and then we would go home because of our kid. So, we reconsidered and opted to not go at all, and respected my sister's wishes by keeping the kid at home. I let her know an hour before the party started. Wife and I treated it like any other night. We didn't even stay up until midnight, but 11, I noticed some missed calls from her and didn't answer. Fell asleep while texts started pouring in, calling me an a-hole, calling me a dog hater, saying it's rude I didn't come to the party, said it's bullcrap that she got my kid a Christmas present but didn't get her a dog anything. The list went on and on, guys. She was clearly drunk. I tried to call her and she did not answer and got a text message. I'm not answering, you jerk. So the question I'm asking you guys, am I the a-hole in this situation? Okay guys, Mr. Entitle here. This is a unique story. There's an update. It came out just a little bit after the original post, and it goes something like this. So, earlier today, I finally talked to my sister. In the past few days, it's been drama-free, with some today. A few things to address before we get started. To be honest, I was mad at my sister's rule. We had looked for a babysitter in the time that we were informed no kids to go when we said we weren't coming. All our usual babysitters were going to parties, like our parents and aunts. And no one outside the usual crew were available, hence the last-minute no. For those asking when I told her no to the dog coming over on Christmas, I told her the day before because that's when she asked. This is her first year with the dog, so I had no idea she had the expectation she could bring it. Apparently, my mom told her to ask me first instead of just bringing it. By the way, she lives 10 minutes away. She's been vocal about not liking kids since she was a late teenager. She's child-free by choice as far as I know. So, on to the update. So, I got the drunk text because family members were disappointed my kid wasn't there. Especially the ones that don't see my son that often. My sister told them she was trying to have no kids at the party, and they were surprised by that, since my sister has never hosted a party where the kids of the family weren't invited. One other family member that has kids ended up having to stay home with their child. So my sister did communicate this rule to more than just me. Seems like others weren't happy with their decision, but what can they do? We talked today and she's still mad about Christmas. Told me she wants me to accept her dog as family. I told her it can be family to you, but it isn't going to be family to me. It can be your everything, but it'll never be to me. I told her my kids are more important than a dog. I'm not a dog person and I never will be. And honestly, I just didn't want it in my house. Apparently, the attention my kids get from family just bothers her. It was clear from the beginning she wasn't going to be involved aunt to my son, which does make me hurt and sad. But I didn't realize there was this much jealousy. I'm just going to give her space for a while, then reach out. Alright guys, so most of the people in the comment section were saying, hey, it's impossible to find a babysitter that short distance to New Year's Eve. And I do have to agree, I don't know much about babysitting, but I can pretty much guess everybody wants to be out celebrating. And if you can find a sitter, it's probably like 3 or 4 times more expensive than regular. I don't know, let me hear what you guys think about this story. Drop your opinions down below, and if any babysitters have any experience, let us know. What's the going rate for New Year's Eve? I'm going to guess it's a lot. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's stories. This is all the content for today. Smash that subscribe button, and Mr. Entitle will see you in the next one.